Good afternoon once again, volleyball fans. This is the second game of our match. This is the Governor's Cup Inter-Town Volleyball Tournament 2026 Men's Division. Second game of the match. This is between Team Binmaley and Team Bani. Bello. Free ball. Bello sets it to Jericho. Sa kabila. Aquino gets the point for Team Binmaley.
Back set sa 4. De Guzman will set it to Paragas and point for Team Binmaley. On the service zone, jersey number 12, Bello. Service error.
Bello to Paragas. Point for Team Binmaley. Our official score is 3-1.
Extra water. Oh, thank you.
Paraga. Oliveros gives a free ball. Bello back sets to Dumalanta. Gets the line. Point for Team Binmaley.
Paragas. Set sa 4. Ginawa ng paraan, but that is too strong. Point for Team Binmaley.
Paragas. Rivera to Artillero. Quick point there for Team Bani. Gaitan serving. Bello to Aquino. A quick after quick. Binmaley has a 4-point lead here. 6 serving 2. Aquino. Rivera to Oliveros.
Bello back set to Dumalanta. Check. Rivera to Oliveros. That is service error for jersey number 6 Del Rosario. On the service zone, Dumalanta. Rivera to Oliveras, and that is off the block. Point for Team Bani.
And the lead is now down to 2 points. Arteliero now serving. Bello to Di Guzman.
Serving Embernate straight to the net.
Oliveros. Bello to Di Guzman in the middle.
Serving De Guzman. Rivera to Gaitan, and that is off the block, so point for Team Bani. 2-point lead for Team Binmaley.
Rivera. De Guzman. Bello to Varagas. Free ball para sa Binmaley. Bello to Aquino. That is a point for Team Binmaley. Bello. Rivera.
Sa gitna, and receive by Gaitan. Sid to Arteliero. Good ball. Sid to Gaitan. Drop ball. Anton Sebelio. Paragas will set it to Dumalanta, but that is too strong for the captain.
Serving jersey number 2, Gaitan. Bello. Aquino ginawa ng paraan. Bello back sets to Dumalanta. And an error for Team Binmaley. Their lead is now down to a 1 point. Gaitan.
And Bernate, drop ball. Walang kumuha ng first ball for Team Bani. So that is a point for Team Binmaley.
Aquino.
That went straight to the net. Quick point for Team Bani. Bello to Dumalanta. Rivera to Arteliero. Blocked by De Guzman.
Serving. Team captain Dumalanta. Seed to Artillero. Finds a donut hole. Artillero. Bello back sets to Imbarnate.
Dot is inside. Another point for Team Binmaley. Substitution for Team Bani. Rivera out, Nastor in. Serving, team captain Oliveros. Service error.
Serving for Team Binmaley. De Guzman. That will sail out.
Rivera. Received by De Guzman. Bello isiset para kay Paragas and he will score.
Bello serving. Oliveros receives that one. Back sets to Gaitan. Good. Free ball ibibigay ni Paragas. Rivera to Nastor in the middle. That will work for Team Bani.
Nastor. Receiver Embernate. Bello to the middle and Aquino will score.
Paragas. Rivera. Combination play is blocked. Rivera back sets to Del Rosario, but overshoots that one.
Artillero sa gitna. And we're seeing pinapagana ng mga setters ang kanilang mga middle attackers. Serving, Gaitan. Bello will set it to Imbernate. Dog. Rivera sa open. And Paragas couldn't handle that hit coming from Oliveros.
Gaitan. Bello to Aquino. What a quick hit. Aquino now serving. Rivera to Artillero. Aquino couldn't handle that one.
At isa na lang po ang kalamangan ng Team Binmaley.
Del Rosario serving. Soriano receives that one. Bello to Imbarnate. Deflected. Rivera goes to Oliveros. That is through the block. And we are now tied at 19.
Bello backset to Dumalanta, deflected. Rivera to Oliveros, and another point for Team Bani. Team Binmaley will call for time dahil lamang na po ng isa ang Team Bani.
Del Rosario. That is out. Deadlock at 20.
Double substitution here for Team Bani. Rivera out, Purganan in.
Del Rosario out.
Del Rosario out, Teja in. Teja. Error there for Teja. Lamang na po ng isa ang Team Binmaley, and so Team Bani will call for time.
Team captain serving for Team Binmaley. Dumalanta. Teja back sets to Oliveros. Paragas sets to Imbarnate. Net violation is called on Team Bani. Binmaley now has a 2-point lead. Dumalanta. Teja back sets to Oliveros.
And that is inside.
Artillero. Bello kneeling sets to De Guzman. Purganan gets that. Purganan gagawa ng paraan, and he gets the point.
I think that's his first point of this match.
Artillero. Bello to Imbarnate. Teja to Nastor. That is a point for Team Bani.
And we are tied at 23. Oliveros. Belio, isiset para kay Paragas. Drop ball, ando si Teja. Nastor will set it to Gaetan. And walang tao doon sa zone 2. And
Oliveros. Belio sets it to Paragas. And Paragas says, this is not yet done.
And we are tied at 24. This is raised to 26. On the service zone, player number 14, De Guzman. Jump serve. Teja chases that one to Purganan, and that catches the line. Set point number 2 for Team Bani. Babalik dito ang si Del Rosario and si Rivera. Full front row for Team Bani. Belio set kay Paragas and pumasok sa block ni Gaetan and Nastor. 25 all.
Serving jersey number 12, Belio. Rivera back sets to Gaetan. That is off the block. And a third set point for Team Bani.
Serving for the set, Nastor. And Bernate, Belio sa gitna, blocked. Domalanta will set it to Paragas. And Paragas gets the point again. 26 all. He saved 3 set points. He gets to serve. Gaetan. De Guzman to Domalanta. And cross-court attack works for the captain. And Team Bani will use their final timeout this first set. Dahil nasa set point na po ang Team Binmaley.
You are still watching the Governor's Cup Inter-Town Volleyball Tournament 2026 here at the Narciso Ramos Sports and Civic Center. This is the match between Team Binmaley and Team Bani.
Set point save. for Team Bani. 27 all. Walang gustong bumitaw dito sa ating first set. Gaitan. As I say that, it's a service error for Team Bani. Set point number 2 for Team Binmaley.
Aquino serving. Rivera goes to Oliveros, blocked. Free ball. And that ends our first set.
29-27. Nanalo po ang Team Binmaley sa ating first set.
You are still watching us live here at the Governor's Cup Inter-Town Volleyball Tournament 2026 Western Conference. This is the game 2 of the men's division between Team Bani and Team Binmaley. Binmaley won the first set and we are now at the second set. Rivera serves. Bello to Aquino. And that is a point for Team Binmaley. Bello activates Aquino on the first point. Paragas to serve.
Rivera to Purganan. And Bernate. On the service zone, jersey number 17, Paragas. Received by Oliveros. Rivera sa gitna.
Serving for Team Bani, Nastor.
Backset para kay Dumalanta and net violation committed by Artillero.
Aquino. Rivera to Purganan. That is inside. Gaitan. Bello chases that one. Point for Team Bani.
We are tied at 3 apiece. Gaitan. Bello isiset para kay Dumalanta. Andun si Gaitan. Rivera to Purganan. Andun si Bello. Paragas will set it to Embernate. But that is too wide for player number 4.
Gaitan. Paragas will play setter here for Dumalanta. That will not go over. A 2-point lead here for Team Bani. Gaitan. Velio to Imbernate. Rivera chases that one. And Oliveros, ginawan niya ng paraan to get that point.
Serving, Gaitan. Bello isiset para kay De Guzman, but that is not over. Another point for Team Bani.
Gate. De Guzman is blocked once again. And we have a substitution here. Adonis will go in. And De Guzman will come out. 5-point lead here for Team Bani.
Dumalanta. Set para kay Olivero. Spot. That is an enforced error.
Dumalanta.
That is inside. Service ace for the captain.
Dumalanta. Gaitan misreceives. Good ball and hindi na may tatawid ang bola.
Dumalanta. That is a service error for the captain.
Porganan. That is outside. Point for Team Binmaley. The lead is down to 1. 8 serving 9. This ace. And that is we are now tied at 9. Imbernate. Rivera. Ginawa ng paraan ni Oliveros. Bello to Adonis in the middle.
Isa-set para kay Paragas. And Paragas gets the point. And just like that, we are now tied at 9. Check that. It's a 1-point lead for Team Binmaley. Received by Gaitan. Rivera will set it to Oliveros. Deflected to Paragas, and that is off the block. Back-to-back points here for Paragas. Substitution here for Team Bani. Rivera out, Teja in. Palitan ng setter dito.
Imbernate. Teja chases it. Artillero. Bello to Paragas. Pushes that one. Teja to Oliveros.
Medyo na late doon ang blockers ng Team Binmaley. Serving Artillero. Belio will set it to Paragas. Andon si Del Rosario. Artillero will set it to Oliveros. Will send it over. Good ball. Teja to the middle. Nastor. Point for Team Bani. 11 all.
Artillero. Over receives that one. Teja dumps it and gets the point.
Regalo for Teja and he takes it. Substitution here for Team Binmaley and Bernate out. Abalos in.
Paragas gets that point. Deadlock again at 12. Serving Adonis.
Teja chases Del Rosario from the pipe. Doug. Belio to Paragas. That is off the block.
Adonis commits a service error. Deadlock at 13. Oliveros. Belio to Aquino. Palitan ng kalamangan dito ang dalawang team. Belio serving. Teja to running Nastor. Aquino sets it to Paragas. Block. Ang point for Team Bani. Serving jersey number 16, Teja. Belio to Aquino. That is not over. Point for Team Bani. Teja. Paragas receives that one. Dumalanta. Nandun yung libero. Gaitan ginawa ng paraan. Back sets to Dumalanta.
That is outside for the captain. Another point for Team Bani.
Teja. Back sets to Paragas. Andun si Teja. Del Rosario Jaus. Aquino. Andun yung libero but hindi niya. Paragas. Teja. To Nastor. Substitution. Abalos out. Embernate in. 2-point lead here for Team Bani. Aquino gets that point. Del Rosario is checked. Teja to Del Rosario. Embernate. Dumalanta finds a donut hole. Point for Team Binmaley and another deadlock. 17 all. Aquino serving.
Gaitan. The service ace for player number two. Two-point lead.